Na change. Tuko wapi? Hello, Paul, habari? Sasa niko hapa Uchumi. From there, how far is it? Or where is it so that our boda nipeleke? Maruti Heights. Maruti Heights. Okay, how much is it from here till there? Na boda? Okay, so. Haya, poa, thanks. Niaje? Poa. Maruti Heights. 50. So.
A few minutes later.
Enjo Maruti Heights. Haya, sawa. Sina 50.
Nitumia kwa simu.
Nikutumie kwa simu? Ama shika tu. Najua kazi yenyu ni ngumu. Najua pia mimi niko nafanya kazi ya boda.
Okay.
Haya. Jambo.
Salama sana bwana.
Hapa kuna pale unauza pikipiki? Iko wapi?
Iko hapa tu bwana. Wewe ni ndio.
Habari yako mama?
Sababu umeweka capture na capture tu kwa pole pole kutembea.
Ina capture tu pole pole nikitembea. Ni kamera. Asante. Nenda kurekodi hizo pikipiki. Asante. Lift.
You're going for lunch. Hi, Gladys Nairobi Power Bikes. This is Nairobi Power Bikes. This is where we sell our riding gears. Riding gears like the helmets. We have the jackets. We have the gloves. These are the gloves. We also have the chest guards. These are some of the chest guards that we sell. Very, very interesting. We also have the riding bags. These are some of the riding bags that we have. They are waterproof. So when you're carrying them and it is raining, you are very safe. We also have things like the knee guards. So we have so many varieties. We also sell the bikes, bikes like the Taro GP-V3. We also have the Vogue that will be coming on September. We also have the Lonsin and the Taken. Today we have customers. Let's get to hear why they came to visit us. But before that, we have our receptionist. Very beautiful. She's called Vena.
Hi.
Okay, on the other side, we also have our accountant. He's an accountant. He's called Douglas. Now, let's get to hear what our customers will say today. Hi, Samuel.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, very fine. How are you? Samuel, tumekuwa tukiongea for a very long time. And now today you're here.
Yeah, sure.
So, you told me that you need a bike.
Yeah, I need one.
That's so nice. Now, Samuel, are you a beginner?
Yes, I'm actually starting.
You are a beginner.
Yeah.
So before purchasing a bike, Samuel, there are things that you need to consider.
Okay.
Things like the roads,
Okay.
things like the distance,
Okay.
things like the purpose of the bike. So you just don't buy a bike.
Okay.
We also have the speed. Let's tackle a few of what I've mentioned. Now, let's talk about the roads. You see, if you have a sport bike, we have two bikes. We have sport bike and we have the off-road bike. Now, where the off-road can go very well, sport bike may be limited, especially when it's rain and especially if it is a rainy season and the roads are bad, because the sport bike may not be able to grip well on the road. But when it comes to off-road, they are going to grip very well, so you are not limited. You can go everywhere with the off-road bike. And that's why you have things like Taken. Taken is one of the bikes that have been known because of them. They are very flexible, you're not limited when you have the Taken. You have seen them. I think I've sent you all the photos and also the videos. Okay, now let's talk about the distance. Normally, we have three types of coolant when it comes to bikes. We have the oil cooled, we have the air cooled, and we have the water cooled. Now, air cooled is just like a boda boda. Boda boda, in an engineering aspect, they are just meant for a very short distance. Boda boda. So every time you see a boda boda, just know that they are just meant for a very short distance. Now let's talk about the oil and the water cooled. It is just the same way you try to heat water on this side and oil on this side.
Okay.
Now, because oil is heavy, it's going to take much time before it heats compared to the water. And that's why when you have an oil-cooled bike, it is very good for very long distance, especially when you have 400cc going downwards. But if you have 500cc going up, those are big machines, you need water-cooled. Why? Remember, oil-cooled just uses the oil that is in the engine, so it keeps on recycling. So if you have oil cooled and that machine is so big in terms of the cc, it's going to consume a lot of oil. So if you have water cooled with a big cc, better. But a smaller cc, you need oil cooled. Let's talk about the purpose. You see, when you're purchasing a bike, you need to understand why are you purchasing that bike. Because if your bike will be meant for field work. If the bike is meant for field work, remember, tomorrow you may not really know where you'll be sent for that field work. So that is why you need to know the kind of the bike, because when you go to field work, you don't even understand the roads that you're going to meet there. Let's talk about the speed. You see, the sport bike, in another name, is called speed bike. So speed bike, most of the time, it will always request you to streamline. You have to bend. It is going to request you, please Samuel, streamline, I want to speed up. But if you have an off-road stroke adventure bike, you just sit very comfortable, you're just adventuring. So that is why some of those those are some of the things that you need to consider about the bikes. Now Samuel, because we have gone through this, what kind of a bike do you think it fits you?
I think I go for the one that is for the sport bike, and the one that goes because of the purpose of just commuting, you don't require an off-road. So I just go for the one that I used to commute on tarmac roads. And then in terms of distance, also just a shorter distance, as opposed to those ones which have to travel longer distances. So I would prefer the one that you can speed when you wish to speed, but not for too long distances or into remote areas.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
So now from here, we'll go and see the bikes.
Thank you.
We will go and see the bikes so that now you can tell me in terms of the CC, which CC do you need? Yeah.
A few minutes later.
Okay, Samuel, now these are the bikes. I'm sure you might change your mind, but let's listen. Let's listen whether you're going to change your mind. So this one is taken, just as I was telling you, this one is a 250cc oil cooled. Where do you check whether the bike is oil cooled? This is where you check. Yeah, you check. So this bike has the crash guards. What's the purpose of the crash guards? In case you fall, your leg will not hurt, and also your bike will not have scratches. You get?
Yeah, sure.
So ukienda na hii bike place kuna terrain, mawe you know, it has the engine guard. And that's why we tell most of our customers, this is the best bike for the beginners, you know, because it has the crash guard, it has the engine guard. In case you fall, your bike is still safe, you know. This bike has the inverted shocks. So what is the work of the inverted shocks, Samuel? In case you are just you're on speed and you just brake suddenly, it means that you cannot overtake the bike, like you cannot fall on that side. What is going to happen with the shocks is that it's going to move in that it's going to move down on the downside. So, and in case you go to the terrains where there is mawe, so the effect is going to be absorbed by the inverted shocks. When you indicate, even the boxes should also indicate. So even at night, this is the best bike, you know. I want to see whether you're going to change your mind. Yeah, you can even sit on the bike, feel how the way I was telling you that when you're on this bike, you're just adventuring. You can sit from the other side. So this bike too, Samuel, you don't have to start your bike or to start warming your bike when you're with your bike. You can start it when you're still in the house using the remote. You see? So a very wonderful bike. Yeah? So you have the remote key and you have the key start. Yeah, now we go to the... You can start it from the house. Huh? Yeah, you can start it from wherever you are. Yeah, it has the alarms. Now, this bike, you don't need to add more lights. This one has the LED lights. Yeah, and the boxes. So you can always put your items on those boxes. Now, this bike has the... it is a tubeless. Anytime you see a bike that has such a tube, that has such a rim, it means that this bike is a tubeless. Yeah, now let's go. Yeah, it's okay. You just use the remote. Yeah, you just use the remote. So, so this one is taken 250cc oil cooled. Yeah, yeah. The top speed of this bike is 145. And the tank capacity is 15 liters. It's big. Yeah, it's quite big. And the consumption of the taken 250cc is 35 to 38 kilometers per liter. So now let's go to another bike. This bike is it's called Taro Ranger. Maybe you can sit on it. It is called Taro Ranger. It is water cooled. You see, it has. Can you see? Yeah. Yeah, it is water cooled, and then has a 17 liters tank capacity. You can see. Yeah. Has a front rear. Has front and rear disc brakes. Look at them. And then it has fuel injected. It is also a twin cylinder. Has a 17 liters tank capacity. Can you look at that tank? It is quite big. And the horsepower of this Taro Ranger 400cc is 42 horsepower. Then it has a Bluetooth TFT full color, so you can go listening to your music with your bike. You can go listening at music with your bike because it has a Bluetooth. Then the top speed of this bike, guess what? It is 190 kilometers per hour. So this bike is very powerful. Yeah. So for the beginners, yeah. Then it has the inverted shocks. Look at those shocks. They are inverted. Look at them. The inverted shocks. It has a full LED headlight. Look at those LED lights. Yeah. This one. It has a full leather seats. Look at those leather. Look at those. The seat is leather, and then it has a full metallic frame. And then look at that tire. The size of this tire is 160. It is 160/70 stroke 17. So that's a very powerful bike. We go to Lontin. Yeah, I know you've heard about the Lontin. This one is a commuter bike. It is a commuter bike. What did we say about the bikes that are air-cooled?
Shorter distances.
They are shorter distances.
Terrains that are smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, you are very good at my class. So this bike is only meant for short distance because it is air-cooled. You cannot compare air, water, and oil. So you cannot compare water, oil, and air. This bike is air-cooled. It is a 200cc. It is a commuter bike. So maybe you can go to Taro. Samuel, I think I had sent you photos of these bikes, 200cc and 250cc. And now this one is 200cc sport bike. It is water cooled. Samuel, we talked about the difference between the water cooled and the oil cooled. So I'm sure that you really understand about that. So and then it has a TFT.
It has TFT.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it's fully diagnostic, eh?
Yeah.
Sure. Wow.
So now let's how do you feel the bike?
It's very stable.
Mm?
Yeah. Very stable.
I'm sure you'll have changed your mind by the time we are finished. By the time we are finishing,
Okay.
I'm sure that you'll have changed your mind. So we go to the 250cc sport bike.
Okay.
Sit on that bike and tell me the difference.
Slight difference, I'm sure.
So what is the difference
This one
between
is
the 200cc and the 250cc? In terms of the height,
It's taller.
it is
Longer.
taller.
Longer, that is higher.
Or it is taller.
Yeah.
Okay, now that bike is a TFT,
Yeah.
meaning that it is
Fully
the
diagnostic.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it can diagnose any issues
Yeah.
with your bike. And then it has a CBS brake system. Look at those brakes. Yes, now, and the torque of this bike is 19.1. While the horsepower is 20.9.
So it's faster.
Yeah, it is oil cooled, just as I told you. Look at the coolant of the bike. It is oil cooled.
Yeah.
So this bike can go for a very long time. This Taro 250cc can go for a very long distance without stopping. So it is and then it is a single cylinder. It is also a 4-stroke. And then the liter, it is a 16 liters tank capacity. And the top speed is 165 kilometers per hour.
So if I compare
Yeah,
it with the other one,
Sorry?
this one is
200cc,
top speed
160.
160 to 165.
Yeah,
So they're just within the range.
yeah.
Sure. Okay.
So what is the difference? How have you felt with the two bikes?
This one is just more powerful.
Oh, it is more powerful. So now we have different colors. We have the blue. There's a blue that we had chosen with the photos. So maybe you can go down there and see all the bikes so that you can choose the color that you want.
Sure.
Are you contented that now you need the 250cc and not the 200cc?
I'll still make the decision.
You have already made up your decision?
Yeah.
Or maybe you're going to change from the Taro to
I
Taken?
can still change. No, I'm still in Taro.
You are still in Taro?
Yeah.
What do you love about the Taro?
Taro because it's for commuting, also for surfaces that are smooth. The Taken is good, but it's for longer distances and rough places, terrains, yeah, and longer distances.
And now, Samuel, how did you get Luas?
Yeah, I just was able to see you just online on the Facebook page, so I could see your bikes there, Nairobi super bikes. Then I just checked on the contacts, and I felt I could engage, and that's how we started talking.
Okay, now is there any other bike that you are comparing with Taro? Before now, coming to see Taro, which other bike were you trying to compare Taro
There is
with?
the Yamaha,
Yamaha?
it's Kawasaki, and others. But I think from the reviews of friends who are riding recently, they just say that Taro is the one that is currently. We also have the Dayun, Flasher Dayun. but it seems most of those who have it are now moving to Tarot too.
That's
Yeah.
so interesting.
Yeah.
And are you aware of Vogue that is coming on September?
Not yet.
Oh, you have not heard about the
No,
Vogue?
no.
Yeah, they'll be coming on September. Now, do you know that we have different methods of payment?
Not yet.
Do you know that we have do you know that we have the lipa pole pole ukimaliza ukuje bike?
Oh, I've seen it online. Yeah, I've seen that system. Something like 200,000 deposits and then some 2 payments.
No, I mean the lipa pole pole ukimaliza ukuje bike. Like you come to the office, pay in bits. When you clear the balance, you come for the bike.
Not yet.
Do you think it would be so interesting for the customers maybe who don't have much money?
The customers who are interested but don't have the money at that time, they can pay slowly and then finally come for the bike.
So would you recommend customers who are so far, they have never seen the bikes to use such a method?
They should not fear. They should come for them. They should try.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
So where will you be going with the Taro GPV3?
I'll go through the CBD and then I might go towards Kirinyaga.
Oh, you're going towards Kirinyaga?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Now let's go and see the colors of the bikes that we have. Please, now you are so contented. So can you see your color? There's a specific color that we told you to choose for you.
Blue, white, blue.
Oh, so you have recognized your bike.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the blue one. How does it look? Is it so different from the photos that I was sending you?
No, actually it's just
Oh, it is just
then
as
this
it
one,
is.
then the other one, just like they do.
You can never sit on your bike. So you have decided that it's the blue one.
Blue one,
Yeah.
blue one.
And have you seen these other colors?
Yes.
We also have other bikes here, but they have been covered because of the dust. Some of them have been paid for. We have bikes that have been paid for the customers who lipa pole pole wakimaliza wakujie bike. Yeah, these are some of the customers who are using that method of reducing balance method. So these are maybe most of them maybe they're remaining very less money to come and collect their bikes. Some of them maybe have paid. Like there's a bike that is going to Mombasa today. Here it is. This one. It's going to Malindi. Has been purchased by a lady by name Anne. She will be receiving it today via our transporters. So we have different colors. We also have more bikes there in the store. Yeah, it's just that the store is closed, but we have more bikes. We have more bikes. So maybe you can choose your color. You can have a seat on it. Before now going to do the paperwork, so are you contented with that color? The color is nice. So we can go and now start the paperwork? Yeah. Ah, nice. That's so beautiful. And you know what? You can even carry someone. Let me show you. You can also carry someone. It's a very interesting bike. Let's not fall. So
You don't have the keys though.
you don't have the we don't have to start the bike. We'll go and come with the keys. So this is a very comfortable bike. Yeah. You can carry you'll be carrying your friend. Yeah, to Kirinyaga, ama Kirogoya.
Same, it's just the county and the town.
So I think we can do the paperwork.
A few minutes later.
Hi, Gladys Nairobi Power Bikes. Let's get to see what is in the kitchen today. Hi, Ken. How are you?
Fine.
Yeah, Ken came for his bike today. He has come to collect his bike. Yeah. And where are you going, Ken?
I'm going to Kirinyaga.
Kirinyaga. Let's feel the bike. Maybe you can put on your helmet.
Yeah.
You are riding gears. So, can I sit? Ah, nice. So, we are going to